a relatively well-known story about Alfred Nobel, the founder of the Nobel Prize. And when you think about the Nobel Prize, you think about, oh, what a great person that must have been. Actually, Alfred Nobel had a really, really doubtful um, personal brand, if you want, during his lifetime, because he was actually the one who invented TNT, nitroglycerine. Um, and that invention was being used for all kinds of terrible things, from gangs raiding banks to just all these terrible wars that um, held a tight grip on many European countries during the lifetime of Alfred Nobel. And when he read his own obituary, which was a mistake because actually it was his brother who had died, but the journalist made a mistake and he wrote the obituary about Alfred Nobel. He read the headline, "The Merchant of Death is Dead," and that shocked him to his bone. And from there, he already was a relatively grown man, an elderly person at that point, but he had a few more years to rethink the legacy that he wanted to leave behind. And what he then did was he put basically all his fortune into what then later became the Alfred Nobel Foundation, who is funding the Nobel Prize every year out of the interests of the fortune of Alfred Nobel to those people who have brought the biggest advance to mankind. So he kind of went from the merchant of death to one of the biggest beneficiaries of making humankind better.
Yeah, I always think that's a great story because a lot of times people forget that you can course correct and you can go ahead and change and you can learn. And people forget about that. They might think they're 30 or they're 40 or they're 50 or they're 60 or 70 and they don't think that they can change. And that's a great story to show that